Okay, guys, so we're always told that making money on Etsy can be really easy, right? And if you just watch a few YouTube videos on it, you'll probably think the exact same. But then, if it really is so easy to make money on Etsy, why is it that so many people are still not making a full-time income? And what is it that's actually holding them back? So guys, I've made multi-six-figure revenues on Etsy through different shops, and I've also worked directly with a number of you guys to turn your businesses into full-time incomes on Etsy. And I can tell you now that there are some harsh truths that you need to know about Etsy before you can start to pick up any real sort of traction on the platform. And it's those harsh truths that I'm going to talk you through in today's video. And we're going to start firstly with the fact that there is a market for almost any product, even if the perceived searches for that product look pretty low. And so you're always told to find a niche and make sure that there's some good search volumes for that niche, right? And we normally do this by then hopping onto a research app or checking Etsy to see the sort of search volumes for the keywords and for the given search terms to do with that niche. However, what I want to show you here, guys, is that approach could actually be losing you some sales. So I just want to take some random examples here from my mug store, and you can see that Crochet Mug here has made some sales. But when I go over to a research app and I check the search volumes for that search term, you can see that there's almost no demand for it at all. So, on one hand, I could have seen this in my research stage and been like, oh, okay, there's no search volume for this product. I'm not going to bother selling it. Potentially then I wouldn't have made the product and I'd have missed out on a ton of sales. And if you look, same here, guys, with some other mugs that I've sold and made a good little bit of money on. When you actually look at the search terms on the research apps, it shows you here that there is literally just no demand for those products at all. However, of course, I'd say the proof is in the pudding because sales have been made on those products. So guys, look, I do think that obviously the research stage is very important and it will pay you dividends if you carry out proper research on Etsy. But also, with that in mind, don't be turned off of selling a product or don't be turned away from selling a niche just because these research apps say, that aren't always accurate, by the way, that if they say that there's no demand for it, okay? It is definitely worth trying, at the very least, at the cost of 20 cents a listing on Etsy. It's definitely worth trying, and you might just hit a jackpot with some of them. And so moving on to the next harsh truth now, and this is that you cannot just solely rely on Etsy traffic. You're gonna need to start creating your own external traffic sources. And so guys, I wanna show you some stats here from a product that made me a few sales over a pretty busy Christmas period. And you can see if I go down to the traffic sources, that almost 40% of the visits for that product came externally from social media. And so guys, yeah, of course, Etsy will always give you traffic on the platform. That's one of the major advantages about selling on Etsy, is that it has a customer base already. However, from my experience, to get to those real high sales figures, you need to start driving your own external traffic. And guys, social media sites like Pinterest and Instagram work perfectly alongside Etsy. And my personal favorite is Pinterest, and I want to show you here that you can make high quality Pinterest pins so easily using programs like Canva, for example. You see they got so many good editable templates to choose from, and I'm just going to quickly pull up a few of mine here that I batch made, and you can see they don't have to be anything special to stand out. And if you wanted to get like super in-depth on Pinterest, there's loads of videos out there by YouTubers that specialize in that sort of thing. Even if your pins and even if what you're doing on social media isn't perfect and you're not the most experienced with using social media in the world, start getting the grips to it now, because it is going to be very important in the long run. And so moving on to the next harsh truth now, guys, and this is that Etsy, it's not a get rich overnight scheme. However, it is more than possible to earn a full-time income on Etsy if you do things correctly. Guys, I just want to say this now, please don't be one of those people that spends a day watching a few videos on YouTube on Etsy and then you think next month you can go from 0 to 10K straight away in your pocket, and it's as simple as that. Because I always say this, there's people out there that work 50 years for a boss that they hate, in a job that they hate, going to work at this time, leaving work at this time, and then there's people that expect to be able to create an online business that's going to give you complete financial freedom, location freedom, time freedom, all from the comfort of your laptop, earning 10 grand a month. And people think you can do that within just 1 month of, lazy work, not hard work at all. I say it now, it is not realistic. And look, guys, you could probably argue as well, maybe I kind of add to this problem being an Etsy YouTuber, showing revenues that I've made before. People might think that that is the everyday scenario and that everybody gets those results. But what I will say is that I have been selling online for a few years now, and I put my everything into it. I work very, very, very hard. So I probably am at a little bit of an advantage compared to some other people. But one thing that I will stand by is that within, say, a realistic 6 to 12 month time frame, it is very possible to turn an Etsy business into a full-time income. And I've been grateful enough to work with some of you guys directly on your shops, and I've seen it happen time and time again, more than once. And guys, if you wanted to maximize your odds of earning that full-time income on Etsy, then I've put together an online school community where you can get access to all of my training courses on there. You can get access to digital resources, access to daily trending product ideas with all of the statistics for those products included, so that you can always stay a step ahead. You can see what the new trending designs are as well on those products on a daily basis. And not to mention, guys, you're going to have direct access to me within the community, and also plenty of other 4-figure and 5-figure Etsy sellers that are earning full-time incomes on the platform. If you have any questions, put it in the community. We'll make sure that it gets answered. There's lots of good discussion in there. And guys, if you know me, you'll know that I put maximum effort into everything I do. This community is no exception. I know that it's going to give you the best chance of earning a full-time income on Etsy. It is certainly going to put you ahead of the competition. And so guys, if you're serious about earning money on Etsy and you want to get to that full-time income level, then feel free to check out the community. There will be a link in the video description. I'd love to see you in there. I'd love to be right alongside you for the journey. And at the minute, for the first few members, there is going to be a lifetime fixed price discount. So you're never going to pay more than the price that is advertised for you now. And yeah, if you want to check it out, link in the video description. I'd love to see you in there. But moving on to the next harsh truth now that you need to know, and this is the importance of stats on Etsy. So guys, look, this is one of the biggest deciding factors without doubt on whether your business is going to scale or whether your business is going to decline. And you know what, if it hasn't come across already, then I'm a bit of a nerd for stats, and especially stats that have a direct correlation to putting money in my pocket. And guys, there's no question that some stats are certainly a lot more important than other stats. So for example, if you're running Etsy ads, you get given a stat called CTR, which means click-through rate. Now, this is perfect for us because it tells us exactly the percentage of people that are clicking on our products. And so guys, this is amazing because you can then run A/B tests for the same product using 2 different thumbnail images. And then what Etsy ads is going to do is going to give you the click-through data for both of those products. And then you can very, very, very easily determine which listing image strategy is going to give you the highest click-through rate, and certainly which image is going to stand out more and get the most clicks for that product. And then of course, once you know that data, you can apply that same image strategy to other listings in the future, so that you know any listing you're then putting out on Etsy, you're going to maximize the odds of that listing getting the most clicks as soon as possible. And again, another great thing that you can use the stats from Etsy ads for, guys, is to actually go a bit deeper into your products, go into the detailed stats, see the exact keywords that people are using to find your products. And then of course, you can just use those keywords. You can fill in the gaps where maybe you've got other similar products, but you're not using those keywords currently. Or if you notice you're ranking really high for certain niche areas, then of course it makes perfect sense to just make more products in those niche areas going forward. So yeah, guys, don't neglect your stats. And if you're in the community, there's going to be a full course coming out soon on exactly how to interpret stats right from start to finish. But the next harsh truth that you need to know, guys, and this is the effect that reviews actually have on your store. So guys, look, I've said this a million times before on my videos, okay? Etsy is a search algorithmic based marketplace, meaning that almost everything on the platform is down to algorithm. So guys, I've seen this happen time and time again, okay? If you give customers a good experience on your shop, then you will get good reviews coming in. And normally when you get a big batch of good reviews coming in an influx, Etsy always just seems to push your shop so much harder. So guys, me personally with my shops, I make it my utmost mission to message every single customer individually and personally, by the way, after they've made an order, you know, putting the customer service hat on, just checking to make sure that they've got the product okay, everything is what they wanted, everything is what they wish for, there's no issues. And then just kindly saying, you know, if you feel comfortable and if you're happy, would you mind leaving us a review? And whenever I do this, guys, you can see, I'm going to show it here. I always seem to get an influx of reviews, and this influx of reviews always seems to be followed by an influx of sales. And guys, if you just wanted a super quick template of exactly what message to send to customers, then I'll make sure to include one in this video. I said, feel free to just pause. You can take it if you want, no problem. Just make sure to tailor it for your own individual shop. Honestly, it's going to make a world of difference. So then another harsh truth that I've come to realize from Etsy, guys, and this is that if your items look cheap, then you will unfortunately always struggle. So guys, I want to flash up 2 different Etsy shop feeds here, and I just want you to guess which one makes more sales. And well, you know what, you already know the answer, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time here. It's of course the shop that has a much more uniform and a much more higher end branded approach. So guys, honestly, the importance of imagery that you use for your listings and the appearance of your shop, it cannot go understated. So I always recommend to just try and get as much similarity and, you know, as much cohesive appearance in your shop as you possibly can, right from start to finish. So, you know, matching the banner, matching the logo. This could be even matching the color palettes throughout the store, matching the mock-ups that you're using, matching the photography style, or even just being a bit more harmonious in the actual product itself that you're selling. A consistent feel to the shop is going to make it look so much more professional, so much more high-end, so much more expensive, and this is going to reflect in the customers as well. And guys, look, if you're still really struggling to get the sales on Etsy that you think you should be making, and you think there's other things that's holding you back that I haven't mentioned in this video, then I recommend, guys, check out this video over here. There's a lot to go through, and there may well be some other reasons that are holding you back. I recommend give that a check. Otherwise, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.